Glad you guys are here. It is very difficult to get people to come into the math workshops, and I try to get people that are terrified of math, and those are the ones that don't want to sign up. So they're all sitting and writing, and they're having fun and enjoying themselves while you guys are here to suffer. I appreciate you so much. Today what we're going to do is we're going to just talk a little bit about math, and hopefully you'll walk away with a little bit of something, a little like bright light, something that will hopefully help you. So you don't need to get everything, just one little thing. If you can walk away with one little thing, that would make my day. All right, one thing is number talks. I always talk about numbers with kids. So when you're home homeschooling, you can do number talks. When they're doing a math problem, you want to ask them, well, how did you get that problem? So we don't want to focus on the answer, 3 times 5, 15. We don't want to focus on is it super fast. We want to focus on thinking, okay, and slowing down and thinking about math. How did you do the problem? If they got it right, is there another way to do it? So you want to really stretch their mind to think about the math. What were your steps? Could we do it a different way? Math can be done in so many different ways. And a lot of times when you have a classroom of students, there's always a few students that get the answer really quick. And there's some that take a long time. It's because they have different strategies. They're doing it differently. And either way is fine, but some ways, are better than others with certain people. For instance, let's go back down to here for a second. Different ways to do math. What I'd like you to do is you can look on your paper, and I'd like everyone to, it's simple adding, everybody add those numbers up, please. And I won't call on you, but do add them up and think about how you're doing it.
40.
Don't say the answer out loud yet. Overachiever. Okay, now the answer was not the important part of it. How you did it was important. So think about how you did it. Raise your hand if you did this. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. 16 plus 8 is... Did you guys do that way? So raise your hand if you did that way. Okay. You didn't. You said 40 really quick. So you didn't do this way. You did a different way. And what way did you do?
I put everything that added to 10 together.
Found tens. Very good. So you found tens. So you saw this 5 and this 5, and you said, oh, 10. You saw this 9 and this 1 and said, oh, 10. You found the 2 and the 8, another 10. And then you figured out my little trick of trying to get 10s. Here's another 10. Here's another 10. And actually, so it was 50, and then you had 2, 52.
I already wrote 10.
Yeah, you did the 5s twice. So it's 42.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm good. That's a number talk. I was demonstrating. So number talk, so you want to talk about the math in this procedure. Now, is there another way of doing it? So one way was to just look at it and go this way. Another way was to find the nice tens. Is there another way of doing it? Helping your children, I don't have a lot of time to wait because I'm on video, but typically when you're helping your students, you really want to give them a lot of time. It's okay for them to think. I was helping a high school student the other day, and I was watching her do division, and she kept laughing nervously. And I think it was because she didn't know it right away, so she was embarrassed. And I told her, I said, it's okay. You can have think time. You don't need to know things right away. If you don't know 3 times 5 right away, it's okay, just think about it. So as you're helping your children, you want to really give them time to think about it and come up with ways of thinking about it. So are there any other ways?
You could bracket the first 2, the second 2 bracket in their own little thing. You could add.
Okay, so you could do 2 at a time?
Yeah.
That's a great strategy. I like that. I had a student the other day do it, and they found 7s. They liked 7 a lot, so they were finding 7s. Here was a 7. This is 7 plus a 1, so then they just put that 1 to the side. Here's 7 plus, so they figured out how many 7s. So there's different ways of doing it. Okay, I'd like you to look at this one, but I want you to think about it this time. Don't just do it. Now actually think about what you're doing. Don't say the answer out loud. And And normally I'd give them a lot more time than this, but I'm being good at tips, I'm gonna keep going. Did you get an answer?
1,500.
1,500, okay, 1,500. What are some strategies that you guys are doing with this? What numbers are you pairing up together?
I actually did the 25 times 3, 75 times 4, is 300 times 5.
So in your head, you see the 75 times 4 easily. Some people don't. I don't see it easily. I should, because it's
I
money.
work with 75 with my job. I work with 75s a lot, so I kind of know.
Perfect, all the orders of
Yeah.
that. That's wonderful. So that's a great strategy. What's
Okay.
another?
I was thinking 75 times 20.
Yeah.
75 times
Times
20.
20,
Okay, that's
yeah.
another good strategy. I set it up so you would see 25 times 4, which is 100, and 100 times 15.
Ah,
So you have that 100 times the 15. You just write 15 and then 2 zeros, and it's right there too. So there's different strategies. So like I said, in class, some kids will immediately say 1,500. And other kids will be thinking of 75s. That takes longer. It's okay though, it still takes longer. And then some will do 25 times 3, 75 times 5, whatever, and then they'll times that, and that will take even longer. Either way, all of the gets the right answer. It just takes a different amount of time, and that's okay, that's fine. Growth mindset versus fixed mindset. The other day, Mr. Carnes talked about this, it was amazing. Raise your hand if you heard it, just for high school. Oh, so good. I would highly recommend looking this up. And the person that is like a pioneer of it is Dweck. That's her last name. It is really neat. It basically, a fixed mindset assumes that our character, our intelligence, our creative ability are static. It's fixed. And we can't change anything in a meaningful way. And if we want success, it has to be, and success is the affirmation of that inherent intelligence. So basically a fixed mindset is, I was born this way, there's nothing I can do about it, I'm not good at math, my mom's not good at math, I'm not good at math, I'm not an artist, I'm not a singer. It's a fixed mindset. And their success is measured in how, or let me see, what did it say? It said, success is the affirmation of that. So when they are successful, they're like, oh, I'm good at math. Or if they shoot that basketball and make it, oh, I'm a good basketball player. So their success measures, I'm not saying it right. Their idea is affirmed by their success. Now, a growth mindset is different. A growth mindset thrives on challenge, and they look at failure differently. They look at failure as evidence, not of evidence of unintelligence. It's not that they're stupid, that they can't do it, but it's as a heartening springboard for growth and for stretching our existing abilities. So a growth mindset would if they fail, they think, what can I learn from this? And I'm going to do better. And I know I'm already good at something, and I can become even better. Or if I'm not necessarily good at it, I can become better. This is my secret. I will tell everybody, and now the world, my secret to success in math. And that is giving them self-esteem, helping their self-esteem. Kids come into my math class, and typically they don't like math. I always do surveys. They don't like math. Are you good at math? No, I'm not good at math. And that is what I work on. I don't work on addition. I don't work on long division. I work on how they feel about it. Once they feel like they can do it, they can. And it is amazing. Their minds open. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm not stuck in this. I can get better. If you want to be a better singer, you can. There are vocal coaches for that. It's just a muscle that you need to use. And so you can learn to be a better singer. My husband, not so much, but I don't know. So look up growth mindset versus fixed. You don't have to be a certain way the whole time. Persevere. Try to enjoy the journey of problem solving. Enjoy math. Don't just look for the answer. Like, we have to be done with this worksheet. We have to get the answer right away. You don't know 3 times 5 yet. What's happening? Make sure that you wait and enjoy the thinking process of it. If they get it right, like I said, ask them, well, is there another way of doing it? So you want to look at more of the process. If they get it wrong, that's okay. Is there another way we could do it so you could get it right? Don't give up. We want to teach them to persevere, to not give up. And this carries on. This is what Mr. Cowan was talking about. I loved his speech. It was great. It was all about not giving up, like keep trying. And what do you want to teach them? What's the point? Well, the point in math is not so they can graph linear systems. The point is, can they think? Can they problem solve? Can they learn something new? When they're an adult and they have a job, can they learn a different skill? So it's all about learning and just using their brain, not giving up. Math self-esteem, I talked about that. I was never good at math either. I heard that from my mom all the time. I was never good at math either. It's okay. Well, when you say that, it gives them permission to also not be good at math. Luckily, my dad was good at math, so I had that balance. So I try never ever to say, oh, it's okay not to be good at math. Because you can learn it. If you have that growth mindset, you can. This year I'm teaching algebra, and I thought, that's easy. I've taught algebra for years and years and years. It's going to be so easy. I'm going to teach 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and algebra, easy. Okay, I looked at the book. It's new standards. And all of a sudden I'm like, significant figures? I don't know what that is. I had that 25 years ago, you know? So luckily, thank goodness, I have a growth mindset, and I'm a little stressed though. But I am looking at it as, I gotta learn something new. And I'm super excited about it because now in life I can keep learning different things. So it's actually a good thing. All right, that's a little bit about, so when you're doing math with your students, no matter what the content is, you wanna give them time to think, not rush things like I'm rushing right now. And you really want them to work on the whole process of it, not just this is how you do it, but you want them to think about it. A lot of times when I'm teaching, I will give them step-by-step strategies. And I'll say, this is how you do it. And then when they get better self-esteem towards the end of the year, they'll raise their hand and they'll say, Mrs. Uhtof, can't you do it this way? And it's always better. 100% of the time, it is way better than what I just taught. And then I steal their ideas, and then I look like a great teacher later on in the years. So they always come up with much, much better ideas. All right, so now we're going to focus on content. So I'm going to show you just a few things about content. All right, how to add 9. So some of you may already know this, but if you don't, it's like an eye-opening thing. It's kind of a neat thing. So 9 plus 3. I teach the kids this all the time. Basically, I just take away 1 right here, and I put the 1 in here, so it's 10. And if you took away 1, what is this now? A 2. So if you put that 1 right there, you have 10 plus 2, which is 12. And when I look at this, I just look at it a lot faster. What I do is I say, what's 1 off of that? 4. So the answer is 14. Okay, if I do another one, what's 1 off of that? 7. The answer is 17. Little strategies like that made me look amazing when I was in school because I could get those answers really quick, whereas other kids were doing 9 plus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They were doing it, and that's okay. And I use fingers too, just so you know. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But no, you'll have to edit that out. So with this little strategy, it makes you look like you have your skills down really quick. So real quick, what's that? 15, you got it, very good. Okay, let's do another one. Let's see if you can get it. Ready, go, go.
16.
Yeah, so you took away that whole thing. So just that little trick makes them feel good, like, I got it, I can do this.
I actually taught my daughter that, like the last one, you take the 7 and you split it. 1 and whatever's left, or 6, split it, 1, whatever.
Do that again, explain.
So like with this 9 plus 6, instead of even taking away 1, you split the 6 into a 1 and whatever.
A 1 and a 5?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
so
yeah,
1 and a 5,
perfect.
and 1
I see what
and
you're
this.
doing.
So you just split that number into.
That's another great strategy. If they can catch on to that.
Yeah, she's got her
that's great.
9s down. She loves
That's
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Here's how to multiply 9. This is the
Yeah.
one that they have a hard time with. 9 times 9, they got it. 81, they have it. But 9 times 3, not so much. 9 times 6, not so much. So this is kind of a cool thing. You may want to write this down. 1, and kind of write small because I'm going to go all the way down to here to 9. 1 times 9 equals 9. Okay, 2 times 9 equals, and then write the 8 directly underneath it and put the 18 right there. Okay, 3 times, I'm going to go all the way to 9. 3 times 9 is 27. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit faster. I'm going to stop right there for a second. All right, let me do one more. Do you see an interesting strategy, an interesting pattern? I learned this from Facebook. It was kind of a neat thing. I saw it on Facebook with them. So it goes 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So what do you think this will be? 4, 3, 2, 1. And same thing here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's kind of a cool pattern, and on Facebook they're always like, why didn't my teacher tell me this? So now I'm telling you so you can stop saying that. But here's another cool thing that happens. Look at this. If you look at this 3 times 9, what's the number right before 3? 2. So you start with a 2. Okay, what's the number right before 4? 3.
See, that's what I had trouble trying to teach them, like
Yeah.
without them having to line the whole thing up.
Oh
and-
yeah, you definitely have to,
Like-
maybe use graph paper.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Ah.
Here's another, but here's, there's one more step to it. There's actually 2 things about this. So let's do the 6 times 9. Okay, well we know, just kind of like with the adding, 1 right before it. What's 1 right before 6? 5. But they still have to get that second number.
Right.
Well, the cool thing about 9s is that if a number is divisible by 9, you can add the digits up and divide that by 9. Look at this. 2 plus 7 is 9. 3 plus 6 is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. So this has to be what number? 4. Let's do another one. 7 times 9. So you teach it very slowly. Just say, what is the number right before 7? 6. And what plus 6 equals 9? 3. Okay, and then 8 times 9. What's the number before 8? 7. And what 2 numbers equal 9? 7 plus 2. And the last one, they already know that one. Does everybody understand? Because this is this helps so much. Oh, you guys are all writing it down. Is that the one, Jem? Am I done? I'm done. I can leave. Good. Okay. The class was worth that. Okay. So, and same thing with long division when you're dividing. If you want to know, like, does this number go into this? You can use that. If you add up all the digits and they equal something that 9 can go into, the 9 goes into that big number too. Are we good with this? Can I erase it? Yes. Okay, next one. Make it fun. And so if math is fun, and you can teach them. I always teach them little cool tricks, and then they go home and they tell their dad, and their dad's mind is blown. They're like, whoa, how'd you know that? So here's another kind of fun thing. Anytime you do 11 times any number, that's easy. They got that, right? 66. Well, here's another one. 11 times 23. So anytime you do 11 times a 2-digit number, there's a cool little strategy. So teaching them cool little strategies makes it a little bit more interesting. If they can do something dad can't do, or brother or sister can't do, then they love it.
Yeah.
This is kind of neat. Watch this. You take the 2 here, you take the 3 here. So all you do is you just separated them out. Then you add these 2 up, and that's the middle number. And you're done.
What?
Yeah, mind blown. I get extra credit for that one.
Yeah.
Let's do another one. 34. Okay, so you're going to move this. This will be the first number, last number. And then what will be the digit on the inside? 7. All right, very
Oh my
good.
gosh.
I know. Spread the news. Say math is fun. Parents, please come to workshops, please. Okay, let's do another one. Why don't you guys try this one?
I had so many awful math years.
You're welcome to come to class anytime.
I know.
Try this one by yourself, but don't say the answer out loud yet. Don't say it yet. Just think, because different people have different lengths of think time, and that's okay. Okay, what was your answer? 275. Perfect. Okay, we'll just do one more and then we'll move on. Okay, do this one, please. I'm gonna turn it down. Just to make it colder. If it's cold, it keeps you awake. All right, what was your answer?
7,007.
A huge, ginormous number. Okay, so there's a little missing thing we need to do. This is a 7. This is a 6. Now that's a 13, but it's not going to be 7,000. So what you have to do when you have 2 digits, because normally we had just 1. 2 plus 5 is 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. It was just 1 digit. Now we have 13. Now I could tell you the answer, what you do, but instead I'm going to ask you, what do you think we should do?
I carried the 1 over the.
Okay, so you put a 3 right here,
Uh-huh.
and you carried the 1 right here,
Uh-huh.
and the answer is 836. That would be more reasonable than 7,000. Yeah, very good. So when you're teaching your children, you want to, don't just give them the answer, let them think, like, I wonder what we could do. It didn't work this time. What could we do? Let's do one more just to solidify that in your head. 89. don't say the answer yet, people are thinking about it. And doing math in pen, that is another thing. So we don't do math in pen, and I'm not gonna tell you why, I'm gonna ask you, why do you think we don't do math in pen? Because you can erase your mistakes, and you learn from your mistakes. Failure is just another, what is it? Failure is an option to, try again, what's the phrase? There's a cliche somewhere about it. What did you guys get? What was your answer?
997.
Failure is an option.
So first you put that one there, 8, then you do that one, 9, 7 and 1, there you go, yes! You are paying attention, good. All right, we're gonna move on. Okay, there are multiplication, a lot of kids, 3rd through 5th grade, multiplication table. So you already have your 9s, you are welcome. Now you can go to our page, valleyoakstehatchme.org, and you click on K8, then you click on math, and then math activities. And I have created that page, and there's lots of amazing, awesome videos for that. There's videos like 3 is the magic number, Sergeant Sevens, a finger trick, I'll show you, how to memorize the multiplication table, and something called vocabulary. So